Malala Yousafzai, Haley Adams. Malala's youth. Born July 12 in 1997 in Mingora, Pakistan. She lived with her father, mother, grandfather, and two younger brothers. She attended a high school with several other females at a school her father ran. She was also top of her class and worked very hard. Career and time of upbringing. During Malala's childhood there was restrictions on women's rights, especially about education. The Taliban had just come to power, which was a group that fought against the Pakistani government because of different political and religious views. The Taliban increased the restrictions on females becoming educated and started to attack any schools in the area. Malala later went on to become an author and went to the university at Oxford College to continue her education. This was after she was moved to the UK because of her injury from the Taliban. The ban on education for women. The Taliban decided to ban women from going to school. This law was likely established because women were seen as unequal to that of men. It was also most likely created long before the incident with Malala, but wasn't as enforced as it was during her youth. Malala's decision to break the law. Malala began to openly speak against the Taliban and their holds on the government. She continued to go to school and walk in public, ignoring the Taliban's commands and warnings. She continued to defy the Taliban after her recovery and wrote books about her story to try and spread awareness of the conditions in Pakistan. After many had heard her story, she won the Nobel Peace Prize and created the Malala Fund, which helped continue to build schools in less developed countries that were open to all genders. Her injury. Malala was on her way home from school one day when members of the Taliban figured out which bus she was on and shot her in the head and neck. Two of Malala's friends were also caught in the crossfire but were not as severely injured as she was. She was transported to a hospital in Pakistan, but they were not medically advanced enough, so she was moved to a medical center in the UK. From there she went through several surgeries and eventually recovered. I believe Malala did the right thing, because her actions were not just for the good it would do her, but also the good it would do for all of the other women being banned from education. She stood up for what she believed in and did it in the most non-violent way possible, even though the Taliban was being very aggressive with her.